Hey everybody, I'm Scott with Starkey Family, fixing and rigging up. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you got your notifications turned on. That way you get notified when I make a new video. Well, as you can tell, I'm back underneath the semi-trailer again. This is my Benson. Today, this is what we're working on. You see this air tank? Well, I can hear air coming out from it right over here. So we are actually going to take this air tank off. I bought a new one. We're gonna have to get new fittings for it and reinstall it. So let's get this video rolling. Okay, so at both ends, this side to this side, there are actually two bolts that come down, and those are actually both 9/16 on the size. So I've got one wrench up here stuck that as it turns it should hit the trailer and stop, and then I've got my ratchet on here, so I'm going to try to break these free. And unfortunately I did not bring my penetrating oil, so that's going to make things a little bit nicer, right? Jeez. As you can tell, he's been on there for a while. Gee whiz. This is rough all the way through. There we go. I can tell you one thing. This socket is like really hot. And now the nut is stuck. There we go. I know what I'm going to be buying. New hardware. Come on, get on there. Wow, this is actually hurting my arm. Whew. Now that's a workout. Wow, this socket is so hot right now, it's unreal. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the opposite side and take care of it. Okay, so we're on the opposite side now. So basically it's the same thing. You got two bolts right here that are both 9/16. And that one there, as you see, just broke off inside of my socket. So let me try to get that out real quick. Okay, so that actually eliminated some nonsense. Since we're going to replace the bolts anyways, it don't matter if they break off. I'd actually prefer that they did go ahead and just break off. But wow, these things are, I bet you these are the factory ones on there, and they've never been removed. Almost. Ouch, hot. Very hot. Okay, so now let me go get a hammer so we can crack on this air tank. And those bolts look like they're actually corroded into this aluminum housing. Okay, so I got a hammer. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's in there. Let me try this side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a pry bar. Okay, so what I'm actually doing is I'm able to unscrew this out. And if you hear that, it has decided to start raining on me, so let me move my tools real quick. Maybe I can go ahead and pound this out of here now. Okay, I got this one here. It's about out. Okay, I put a shorter socket on this one here so I can reach it. And it seems to be breaking free. Okay, maybe I can beat this thing out. Man, this thing's really stuck, I tell you. That's got some major corrosion in it. Okay, so the air tank is actually free now. So now what I've got are all these little fittings back here that I got to take care of. Okay, so I've got this giant housing here, as you see. That's got, let me move the camera around here. You can see all these air lines, right? And it would actually be kind of easy to get these confused, because there's just so many on here and they're all the same size. Well, 4 of them are the same size. So what I did was I brought some vinyl tape. These are zip tied together, these are zip tied together. So I got some vinyl tape. The bottom hoses here, and I don't know if it'll make any difference even if I did get it confused, but I'm going to mark the bottom hoses with vinyl tape. And I brought blue tape with me so I don't screw it up. So let me go ahead and put some tape on those real quick. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I marked these because I got to take these lines right here off. And up here, because this whole housing is going to have to unscrew out of the air tank itself. So let me go ahead and start working on freeing all these up. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that your airline system is already bled off. This one here should be. There's one. Tell you what, let's come back when I got all these air lines off, because it's going to take a few minutes. Okay, so I got all the lines here unhooked, as you can see, and here are the other ones over here. So now there's a line that runs all the way back through here. I got to unhook this side, and then I have to unhook the other side because it goes over to this next air tank. So it's kind of getting kind of tight to squeeze up in here. Who would know that there would be this many lines hooked to an air tank? I mean, really. But I'm using an adjustable wrench because these are all different sizes and it's just a lot simpler to use back here. And these are all compression fittings. Okay, now I'm on the other side here. Maybe. That one here's on there. I'll tell you what, since I've got all this unhooked over here, I think I'm just going to take the air tank down and then unscrew it. So give me just a second here. Okay, so I'm going to lift this air tank here. Okay, so now I can reach this. Thing sure is on there. glad there was just enough airline up here to actually do this. I need to loosen this up a little bit here. I caught it. Okay. Okay, I am going to lay that there. Now, one just dropped on the ground, but while I'm at it, I wanted to show you this. These air tanks have little rubber bushings on them. That's set right here where the holes are. They're on both sides. You got to make sure that when you put these back, the air tanks back, you either reuse these bushings or buy new ones. Because what will happen is, if you let this ride on there, it'll shatter up here, okay? Or rust really bad and then shatter. So, anyways, I just wanted to point that out. But I think it's time for us to get out from under the trailer and see what we got. Okay, so I went ahead and brought everything home. So I'm going to show you the difference. This is, of course, the new air tank, and this is the old air tank. Okay, so this is the valve that was on the side. Not sure exactly what this is. I'm guessing it's just a regulator, but anyways, this is going to have to be taken off. Yeah, this is something here I did notice, but if you look at the price of the tanks, I'm not really too concerned about it, because this right here it's a new tank, but it's a universal tank, okay? I saved over $100 buying this tank here versus going back and getting the factory tank. Now, in saying that, this valve will not turn, so I doubt it's ever even been used. So, considering my trailer is now, what, 15, 17 years old right now, I'm not too concerned about it. Now, here's the problem that I want to show you. So, you have to be willing to live with this, okay? Let me move this around here. I want you to keep in mind, this air valve, I've got to turn this to show you, is going to be on the bottom, okay? Well, the tanks are pretty much the same. You got an extra hole here in the middle, and then, you know, you've got your holes that come in, your ports here, and everything, but these are the same. Now, here's the difference. This tank here, the plug for the drain is actually on the top of the tank. So basically, I'm just gonna have to put a plug in that, and this tank will not be able to be drained. Which, I got a new dryer in my truck. If it does its job, then I should be okay. Now you see that there's no port on this side of the old tank. So there is a port here, so I will have to put a new plug in this one here and block it off as well. But let's see. Okay, on the other end of the tank, it's already blocked off. This one here is blocked off. So that's what we got going on. But like I said, to me, the tank drain, it's not worth over $100 to buy the manufacturer tank over this, okay? So anyways, I'm going to start working on trying to get everything out of the old tank so we can transfer everything to the new tank. Okay, so I'm going to go and just take this off. I don't need that on there. But I did want to tell you that anyways, This is how much I paid for it. It was $136 for this tank. So, a little bit pricey, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Okay, so let me try and get this plug out here. Try to loosen it up and tighten it up. Okay, so that came loose. The inside of it's actually in pretty good shape. The outside's deteriorated, but I think I could actually deal with that. And make sure this is the same thread here. I'd say it is. Should be anyways. Yep, same thing. Let me go get some liquid tape and I'll be right back. Okay, so before I put this new plug in here, or this old plug back in, I want to clean it up a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to wipe this off before we apply any of the liquid tape on there. All we got to do is just pretty much wipe the threads off. Now we're going to wipe this end here off because that's what's actually exposed on the inside of the tank. Okay, so we really need to get this thing here out, but just so the tank will set even, let's go ahead and try to get this drain out of this old tank here. I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get it out or not. Actually, not too bad. Okay, it is the same thread. Okay, some more liquid tape. Wipe off the end. Now I know it seems kind of stupid putting a drain on top of the tank. The only reason why I'm doing this is just so I do not have to go out and buy another plug. You want to make sure you wipe this stuff off your tools because that stuff will harden up. It's nasty. Okay, so let's try and get this thing out here now. And for this job, I'm just got a little pipe wrench. Huh. This might take a little bit more effort. Okay, let me come right back. Okay, I got a cheater bar on here this time. Let's try this. Oh, geez. This ain't good at all. Okay, let me try this again here. It moved. Wow, this is a bear. Okay, I've enlisted the help of my son to actually help hold this side of the air tank down. Okay, so this is actually working. Let me get another grip. Still haven't used this cheater bar though. Oh, jeez. I'm definitely cleaning these threads up. Okay, let me see if I can get it without the cheater bar now. Nope. Let me tighten it up a little bit here. Okay, it's loosened up now. I should be able to get this. Yeah, this one here's turning out now. Thank you, Joel. Yeah, this is definitely a bear. Okay, let me go ahead and clean this up real quick. Okay, now we're going to clean up these threads on here. Okay, so the plug side is actually on the passenger side. So we need to spin the tank around. Pull the plug out. Maybe. There we go. We'll get the liquid tape out of here. After taking that out, maybe I'll do some anti-seize. Actually, no, we don't need to use anti-seize. Okay, so we've got everything cleaned up, and we put the liquid tape on it. So let's now put it in there. Wow, this is getting hard already. I think I'm gonna have to have my son help me hold this down so I can tighten it up in there now. So let me go get my son real quick. Okay, so we're gonna try to tighten this up some more here. Okay, let me get another grip on it. We're having to do this a little bit difficult just because everything wants to move. So I'm having to actually pull this upward at me just because of the positioning of the tank. And I can't really get a good grip or anything because of the way everything is made on here. Yeah, without a bar, I can't even get this thing to move. Okay, so I've got this tight, and the positioning that I needed the 3 lines coming out this direction and the 2 lines coming this direction. And then you got this one here coming out too. So this is driver's side, passenger side. So that's what I was actually after. That's what I achieved. On your vehicle, this may be different, or you may not even have it all together. It can be a different port. But anyways, it's important to make sure that you remember which direction items like this right here are actually facing. If you need to, take a picture of it. Okay, so we got a T right here. T's. It's in there. Okay, luckily I'm able to salvage that, even though I dropped it. Okay. So let me go ahead and clean this thing up. This is getting all that old thread tape. As you can see, it's just knocking off there. It'll just help the threads down a lot better. You see how everything's getting a lot cleaner now? The wire on this wheel can actually get into the threads. Now there is a difference of wire wheels. This right here is an actual soft thread, so it's not going to really damage the threads on here. These wires here, they're bendable. You can get some that are like really hard. You don't want that. Not when you're doing stuff like this. See all that dust coming off there? That's where that thread tape from years ago is getting knocked off there, and it's all dried out. Okay, so now we're ready to put this in here, and it doesn't matter which direction. Both these threads right here are the same size. Well, maybe I'll throw it in there. Let me get this stuff off my hands. Let me wipe this off. That was just getting a little bit nasty there. This stuff gets sticky and tacky and nasty stuff. Just come at it with an angle. Okay, perfectly. So this right here needs to go side by side, so that's perfect. Okay, so the only plug I don't have is for this one right here. I thought I had one, but I do not. It ended up being too small. Okay, so everything's together except for that one plug I gotta pick up tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some high temperature paint. This is the same stuff if you watch my exhaust video that I spray my exhaust pipes with. Okay, it works really good. Now this is powder coated, but you'll see it's got like little scratches and stuff on there where it's been moved around. This is just some extra protection. And I just have a pan under it. And what that pan is doing is keeping paint from getting on my bed liner. If you do a good enough job, then your paint's not going to run. And that's actually what you want to achieve. Try to do a decent job. Now I've got to paint these fittings while I'm at it. Try and keep the paint even. Even though this is a dull black color, it looks better if you try to do an actual decent job. Shake. Okay, I'm going to actually paint this assembly so it doesn't get even more corroded. Now this paint is actually pretty quick drying, so I'm going to give this just a couple minutes to dry. As you can see, the spots here where the paint's actually drying up. I'm going to give it a few minutes and then roll it over. Okay, it's been about 7 or 8 minutes now, and that other side is actually pre-dry. So let's continue painting. So let me go ahead and get the fittings down here on this end. Okay, I think we're well protected now. So we're gonna let this dry overnight, and it'll look like a flat black, but it'll keep from rusting really well. So anyways, we're going to continue tomorrow after I get that plug. We'll put the plug in, and then we're going to start installing everything back onto the trailer. Okay, so I got another plug. I had to go to a few different stores to find one, but I've got it in there. I've got it sealed in, and I went ahead and painted it. I got some new hardware here. This is 3/8. They were out of the higher grade, so I ended up buying grade 5, and then everything else is grade 9. And then as for the rubber bushings, I went ahead and bought new. This is the factory one here, and it's really hard. Now it should still have room to fit, but you can see the size difference on it. They only had 3 of these, so I had to get a really big one in there, but I still think I'll be okay with that. But that should cushion the air tank when the trailer, twists and everything like that, and leave any vibration. So I think I'm ready to go underneath there and install this and hook all the lines back up and whatnot. So let's go back underneath the trailer. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this air tank up in here. Okay, so now I'm going to go through one by one and go ahead and put my bolts in there, but I have to make sure I get my spacers in there also. So I'm going to start over on this side. So there's one in. Okay, there's the other one. So while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and tighten this side up over here. Well, put it on by hand snug. So we're going to do a washer, lock washer, and then nut. The reason why I'm doing that is this will actually keep the air tank from moving and falling down on me, because I absolutely would not like that. This is actually pretty heavy for what it is. Okay, so that's about hand tight. So now we're going to move on over to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this one here taken care of now. This one here is just a little bit more difficult because I got a diagnostic cable up here I gotta be careful of. That one there's kind of a pain. That diagnostic stuff makes it really fun sometimes. I'll show you that housing as soon as I get this on here. Now we can see what I'm talking about. Okay, that one's into it. So let me get this other bolt in and then I will show you that diagnostic plug here. There's not much I can do about it because it is actually bolted down. So okay, so let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. Okay, so this right here is that diagnostic cable that I was talking about. I got very little room in there to do anything. Okay, so let me go ahead and fasten all 4 of these bolts and then I'll be right back. Okay, so let's go put this air line on. Yeah, these are just compression fittings, so it's nothing major here. Just make sure you get everything lined up and tighten down. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put this one on. Okay, now I'm not going to tighten this one completely down yet until I get it actually hooked up to this valve on this other side, because I don't want the air line actually twisting on me. So let me go ahead and get repositioned here, and then we'll go ahead and put the lines on here. Okay, so we're going to start with the top hose here. Okay, there we go. Remember that twisting I was telling you about? It's already doing it. Okay, so that's on there now. So what I'm going to do is, over here, back here at the edge, I am going to move my light here for one. And now I can go back through and tighten this up. Yeah, I knew that airline would probably roll, so. So it's just kind of hard to get up into here. It's more of a reach than anything. I think it's starting to tighten up now. Okay, got it. Okay, so now we are going to take care of this middle one here. Hardest thing is trying to get these things to re-thread in here. Okay, so now all we have is the blue one, which if you remember I labeled those, so that's actually the bottom. Okay, so now we got this one here, and after this goes in, this will be all of it for the right hand side. Well, actually the left hand side of the trailer. there's that one. Okay, so we got this one here to do. And I marked this one here with blue tape, so that's the bottom. Okay, I think we're done now, so I can crawl out from under here and go up and start the truck, build up air pressure, and then I guess we're going to see if there's any more leaks or we hear anything. I want to make sure these lines that I actually put back on are not leaking or anything like that, but yeah, we should be done. Okay, so I currently have my truck running, and I've got the all the air coming back to the trailer right now. So the airbags are lifted up, the brakes are released on the trailer, and I've actually went around and I felt all the lines. Everything seems to be working good. I hear no leaks. We are good to go. So you all take care. Have a good day. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you have your notifications on for the next video. That way you get notified. You all have a great day, and I hope I can help you out some more. I enjoy doing this. This is something that I take pride in. Leave your comments. I love seeing them. I love answering your questions. Have a good one.